that one again, Dad, because I lost power for a minute.
I'll do it again slowly. More slow. A note, chord. Oops. Was I doing it twice? I can't remember. G, E minor.
Okay, and the other thing, could you show us this strumming, the way you move your right wrist?
I'll do that, but I want to show you one more thing. In the key of A, I want to do that also. I want to do the key of D and G also. But see, sometimes when I go to the G, then I kind of like put my thumb here, even though it's not a real chord. I will do it slowly in a minute. And actually, because there's no bass, unless if you have a bass player, you don't need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're playing bass notes because there's no bass player.
Right.
So it's like. Oops. Do it again. A minor, G. Finger, I keep my little pinky down, then E minor. Now that same sequence you can do just for quiet kind of like music without a real melody to it, like for a lullaby kind of thing. You can even go like A minor, and all I'm going is back and forth on some of these strings. Doing nothing here, just hitting these strings. I mean, there's nothing there, but it's kind of soothing. You could even go up to one of the grandkids' rooms and just kind of do that. So
Okay.
same chord sequence, and you can do that in other keys. And you're not even playing a melody; it's just kind of soothing.
Right.
And so here's the key of D. So here's major key of D. And it's D, G, A, or 1, 4, 5 chords. And then I put my finger down there to get a full D. Because this is an E note, so this is a bottom D note. And then it's. More complicated things you can do with this, which I'll show, is like you can lead in notes if you're going to be going, let's see, to dum, dum, dum. So if you can get that, you can back up lots of songs. You don't always have the same sequence, but I'm going to show you something. Now sometimes you can lead into those chords. So it's D, dum, dum, then dum, dum, dum. Da, da, dum. Da, da, dum. get the idea of the time. Okay.
Okay.
And you can do the same thing in the key of G, but I think maybe I can do that if you want me to.
Why don't you just do one? Yeah.
Here's the key of G, C, and D. So it's and by the way, sometimes you see folk music and they have a lot of seventh chords in there, but traditionally they don't do seventh chords. So these folk songs, if it's written like it'll say G, C, D seventh, but it's better to play full D, not D7. Anyway, here's key of G without those leader notes. So here's is with some of those lead-in notes. Let me do it again. So I'm going up into that chord, like I'm going up, when I'm going into a G, I'm going, and I'm playing a G chord. Then if I'm going into a C chord, I'm going, and then if I'm going from the C chord down, I'm starting here, and if I'm going back to G, I'm going here. And that's how you do backup for lots of songs and things in those keys. And I'll repeat the one in D because I didn't show it that way. But if I'm going into a D, let's see how. I guess I'm going this way. I'm going. Then G. Then back to an A, I'm starting in here. Oops. Then back to D. So the leader note to D is. Leader note to G chord is like back before. And now down to an A chord is starting here because that's part of the G chord. Then back to D.
So Dad, maybe what we
Don't record it yet. So this is the Tennessee Waltz. So like I told you before, a lot of the notes are already in the chord positions. Now that's how I figure out the melody. And you kind of pick around and eventually you get it. So like a Tennessee Waltz, so I'm keeping my fingers as much as possible. I'm getting some notes here and there, but I'm trying to keep that D position. I'm just playing two notes together. That's part of the D chord. And the next note's right here. And it goes to a G. So I just play a G chord and end up on the note that's the melody. Same thing. Back to D. Oh, to be fancy, you can put an E in here. Then A. the same as this note. Goes to an E. That's part A. A, G, D, same thing, E, A. This is like the first part. Again. A, G, So the idea is you end up, the melody note is usually in the chord, and if it's not, you try to keep that position, and you kind of keep in mind, if you know where the chords are, you can even do that, like you can hum the melody and figure out the chords, and then you can figure out the melody on the fingerboard, because a lot of it's right in the chords, and then sometimes I play a chord and I wind up on that melody note like that, or like this,
Right.
or like even just two of them, even just like, and it makes it much more full. You don't just play single melody. Sometimes you play single melody notes, but you fill it in with the chord, which is right there.
Okay.
And I don't know why other people don't teach it this way. This is, Mary Coogan does it this way, kind of independently from me. She's a great guitar player. Probably a lot of guitar players do this, but for some reason people that teach don't do it this way.
No.
They do like backup, which is fine, and they do like melody single notes. I don't know, but if you really want to have fun,
Yeah.
you can do this by yourself and figure it out. If you learn this song, and Tennessee Waltz is on the internet, you can get the words, sing it. If you don't want to sing it in public, just do it privately by yourself.
Mhm.
And you can put the capo on it, get a different key,
Yeah.
and play the same D fingering.
Yeah.
If you can get that idea, you'll be able to morph that into all sorts of other songs.
Okay.
And even like to play for, to play for Ella or Ben or something, or any of the kids, you can find your key and kind of get the words,
Right.
and just nice and softly, just go like, you forget about what I was doing and just kind of play the chords. Da 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 da. It's a 1, 2, 3. It's waltz
Yeah.
time. Da 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 da. Forget about the singing here.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. Nice and softly. Way off. I can't sing in that key. I can't sing in any key. That's right. Anyway, that's something you can take a look at that video, because I have a capo on here, because it lowers the strings, makes it easier.
D position.
Yeah, so we'll try this with the finger picks and see how it sounds. really slowly. So basically you're going like this with your thumb, mostly, not always, and with an F chord, like this, and sometimes with a G chord. And sometimes it gets more complicated, but it's not that necessary to actually do it exactly the same way each time. So instead of going like this, sometimes you can go but you play the melody with these two fingers. And so it goes like this, slowly. Always pick up. You're always picking up, this is how you put these on, over your pads. They're called national picks, and it looks like this. And you anchor your fingers like this, and you do it like this. So let's do this really slowly. And so here's a C, and sometimes you have to go at the same time, like a pinching. So like, so that's like, keep your position and your chord. Just keep the C there always. I'm going to do this again, slowly. That's just the first part of the tune, but that's the general. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell I do. Play this and we'll try to figure out what I'm doing. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
So here's another style. It's basically the same, similar idea, but more complicated. And I'll play a tune at a regular speed with it, and then we'll try to slow it down and figure out what we're doing here. Chords are a C, A minor, F, G, C, A minor, F, G. That's the first part. Then it goes to C and F and G chords. to figure out what's going on here. So here's the C chord, and we're going to do the A minor, that kind of sequence. So it's, that's how it's really going, I think. Then F, G. So it's, oops. It's thumb, then this finger, then and the second part is we get these together.